Hello everyone, welcome to Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria. Again, we are reading the palm of a man. Okay, again, we have the right hand. Okay, now you're going to read this with me. That is, you're going to see how much you really understand and you know, and I'm here to support you. Okay, scan the hand, the palm. You're sort of eyeballing it, I realize that. And then the fingers. Okay, now in helping you with this, I can tell you this is an earth hand. We haven't had, most of the hands we've seen have been fire hands, but this is an earth hand. We always have the feeling of thickness, and the palm is longer and wider. In fact, the length and the width are the same, and the fingers are short. Okay? This is someone who's not interested in studying things like abstract ideas. They are more obsessed with long-term relationships, inclined to family, and obsessed with the home. They're very loyal and they're down to earth and very direct in their speech. Okay? They do have a thick shell and makes them self-protective and not open about their feelings. They can be stubborn and sometimes a little slow, moving carefully through life and never rushing or putting ambition before securities. Okay, now that takes care of the hand shape, earth hand. Now let's take a look at these fingers. Now take note here, I have it at the top. This finger is the same length as this one. This finger represents how the public sees you. They think highly of you. They think you're fantastic. And this finger represents how you see yourself. This represents self-esteem, self-worth. And you totally agree with them that you are all of those things. You're great, you're fantastic, you're smart. Okay? So that's what these fingers represent. Now this gap here, space between these two fingers, represents your thinking. You like to make up your mind. You like to make decisions yourself. This does not mean that you don't listen to anybody. You may hear them, but when it comes to the final decision, you make the decision. Okay? There's no space here. This means you keep your money close to yourself. You don't share any information about your financials. That's personal. All right, the gap here says you don't mind working alone. Another point here, there is a drop. Notice how with this finger it drops down. So it's kind of low set. When this level here that separates the flange from the flange from the flange, it's almost level with this, you see? And that represents low set. This means the father or the nurturer who had the father's position was not there enough for the needs of this person when they were very young. It could be the working schedule of the father, or maybe the father wasn't there at all. It's one of those things, but this person needed more nurturing than they received. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the thumb. It's curved out, so this is a flexible person. And this part of the thumb is sitting lower than the last example we saw that was sitting pretty high. So this is a flexible person. All right, looking right at the hand. Let's take a look at the lifeline. You see the lifeline is joined to the headline here, and then it separates. The headline separates and the lifeline is continuing down, but it doesn't wrap around. And that has a little meaning for us. It's sort of missing the base. You've got lines coming here to pick up the slack, but it's kind of missing the base. There's a little gap and then it looks like the base is here. So when that happens, shows someone who is rootless. That is, they don't seem to have solid roots. They're ungrounded and they're impractical. They find it easy to grasp opportunities and to jump into new situations. So they do have a lot of pluses here. Now these lines, remember, represent influence line, strong influence. That's what the person has here. Okay, influence line. And this part is family, or someone's who are thought of as family. Now, here's a line coming out here. This is loyalty line. That means someone, and it branches off. Someone connected to this person gets loyalty from this person. So this is a loyalty line. Strong loyalty. See, loyalty lines are well defined. That's another point. All right, moving on. Let's go to the headline. You notice the headline here starts here, and it's joined to the lifeline. This is the thinking. Stays with the family until about age 20. I'd say about maybe 19 and a half. And it continues on by itself. Now, the line is not going down. It seems to want to go across. So when we have this type of headline that's moving across, it's fairly long because it goes past the ring finger and it's here, sort of in between, just about touching this. So this is a headline that seems to highlight a love of speculation, investigation, and probing into the past and future. This is a mind that is less concerned with action, as so much analysis goes on before a decision is made. So the person is a bit analytical, but does very well. There's no problem there because the line is well defined and there's no disruption. Let's go into sorry about that. Let's go into the heart line. Here's a heart line, and the heart line goes all the way up and has a fork here, heading even more toward this. So that's always good. So it means something when the heart line is ending between. So when the heart line ends between the index finger and the middle finger, it creates a balance between giving, feeling, and responding to others, while also being aware of one's own needs. Okay? All right, we've talked about the gaps, and we talked about that. So we talked about that. I think we've covered just about everything except one line, and that's this line. It is the fate line. The fate line is located here, starts here in the lunar section, goes up, and stops just below the heart line. Now you'll notice here's a line coming out of here. This is also fate. And it touches here, so it's like the person was working first, something to do with the family, but went on his own. When the line comes from here, the decision is made by the person. This is the job I want to do this. And it's another try here, another one from the family, but that goes off a little bit and then it stops. But this is the line that the person selected themselves. That's the true line. That's the one that they want. Okay, so here we have a fate line ending at the heart line makes for a passionate and dedicated worker and one who relishes the challenge that life brings. So based on what's seen in the hand, this is a comfortable, happy person, or certainly knows how to be happy and stay happy. Okay, so this ends our lesson for today. If you understood the lesson, please give a thumbs up, share, and if you feel so moved, by all means, subscribe. Okay, thank you so much for watching. And as usual, stay safe and, of course, be happy. Be happy. This is a new year. Bye.